what's going on, everybody? James from Shimmaker Enterprises back here with another video. Today we are talking all things Open Championships. Not golf though, bowling. As I'm recording this, I'm about 24 hours away from getting on a plane, or 24 hours away from getting on a plane and flying to Las Vegas for this year's Open Championships. We are bowling very late. Tournament ends on July 28th or 29th, and we bowled the 18th and 19th. So like 2 weeks left in a 4.5 month tournament run, and we're just now getting out there. But you know, so it goes. It's a lot of information we've been able to gather, and I think that's actually going to help us be a little more prepared. Today we're just kind of talking through the basics of what I'm taking and why. I actually do think this is my best bag that I've ever taken to the Open Championships, just in terms of having very clear roles for each ball. All this stuff's been battle tested already, and I know it all works like I think it does. And it's just kind of, it's gonna let me keep things really simple and just kind of get out of my way and get out of my own way from a decision making perspective, so that I can just go out there and make good shots from that games. Kind of go high to low traction is kind of my general approach here. So starting with what I think is pretty unequivocally the best urethane ball on the market right now. This is a purple pin, purple hammer. It's one of the Mexico It's one of the Mexico purple hammers. This is post 73D, but it rolls great. It goes through the pins great. It's better when other people are throwing urethane for me than other urethanes that I've got. It's the GOAT urethane ball of modern times, and I don't really think there's a whole lot else to say about it. Trying to keep it really in front of me and just really, control the pocket, but still get, plenty of hits going through the pins. It's the one. So not really a whole lot to say there. Moving on, next ball is a 5x4x2.5 Hammer Extreme Envy. This one I drilled back in April, May time frame. It's probably, I love what it does, just because it picks up. Like, it's got a lot of positive traction, both from the cover and the core. It picks up. It's really easy to get into a roll, but without ever really having to worry about it rolling out all that much. And if it does roll out, then that just means it's so hilariously not the right ball to be throwing that I need to be throwing something else anyways, and that'll be pretty evident by the time it gets to that point. That also pairs very, very well with my trusty Envy Tour. This is the new one that I drilled a few months ago. It's 4.5 by 5 by 2, I think, is the layout on this one. So slightly stronger on the pin to pat, very similar mass bias to my Extreme Envy. This is just kind of the ultimate benchmark ball. A lot of positive traction in oil, smooth on friction, very workable. I can make it do a lot of different things, but it's also really consistent, and it's one of those balls where it's just very intuitive and I know what it's going to do all the time. And it does so while being very controllable and consistent on both house shots and sport patterns, which, we're bowling on two different semi-mystery sport patterns in Las Vegas. So having that kind of predictability is obviously very important. Moving on from the two sanded resin balls with the Envy, with the Extreme and the Envy Tour. The other two resin balls that I'm taking with me, first is a track Theorem, which feels more like a Pearl Envy Tour than the Envy Tour Pearl did, which is kind of hilarious. But same layout on this one as my Extreme Envy, 5x4 by 2.5. It's an Envy Tour that gets down the lane a little more and pops a little harder, a little better from left, but not too jumpy on friction at the same time. So another really, really good ball to bowler to situation matchup. If I can throw the Envy Tour, which I usually can on most patterns, then I can usually throw this ball as well, because the shapes are very similar. They just kind of see the lane in a little bit different way front to back, and that makes them pair together really nicely. Last resin ball is actually the newest ball that I have drilled, period. If you've been watching my league videos from the last few weeks on Thursdays, you have seen quite a bit of this. This is my 4.5 by 4 pin down Messenger PowerCOR Pearl Black and Gold. I think I got all of that right. It's the new Black and Gold HK22 Messenger. Where the Theorem kind of wants to pick up and go, the messenger kind of picks up and then walks off of friction. So like it's kind of two different sides of the same coin. I've got a couple of cleaner balls that aren't super different in terms of cover traction, but the Theorem is better at creating shape versus the messenger is a little better at controlling shape that is already there. So that's just going to be kind of a situational thing. I expect team is looking like the shorter pattern this year than double singles. So I would expect the messenger to look a little better in the team pattern than double singles this year. With that said, all that could change once I get out there, which by the way, all of this footage was shot on the 2022 doubles and singles pattern from the Open Championships. And this is at Royal Crest Lanes in Lawrence, Kansas. Thank you as always to Larry, Jesse, and the entire crew there for the help and being able to go out and practice on patterns. So that's my bag. Purple Hammer, Extreme Envy, Envy Tour, Theorem, Messenger, Plastic. Spare ball always has to go in situations like this because they are hard and spares are important. Unfortunately, there's no filming or live streaming or anything allowed by people at the Open Championships because the USBC is a bunch of idiots. So I won't be able to have any content coming, aside from possibly a vlog while I'm out there. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. But I will definitely do a post-tournament recap video on my channel, kind of talking about this a little bit more, kind of talking about how it all went. We've got a good group of guys that are all going this year, so I think we'll be able to work together pretty well to hopefully put together some good results. But yeah, otherwise, that's all I've got for right now. So bowl later this week, and hopefully good news coming after that. So if y'all have any questions about kind of my decision-making process for any of this, or why I took ball X over ball Y, etc., definitely hit me up down in the comments. And otherwise, yeah, I'll see y'all out on the lanes or in the next video here. So good luck and good bowling. Peace.